Good morning. It is still morning. I hope that you are all having a great Memorial weekend. It's been a little yuck here in the Northeast, but hopefully you're able to get refreshed, get a little relaxation in, and be thankful for the reason we celebrate Memorial Day. I know that I am thankful for the freedoms that I have in this country as of yet. Some days it feels like it's changing rapidly, but for now. So, hey guys, I wanted to make this video for you. So I've been using that Camo Bridge Pop method with 3 highlight colors instead of 2. I always recommend 2 minimum for newbie Seint users, but 3 really has its advantages. So I want to go over that. I posted a video before, I don't know, it was probably a month or so ago, maybe longer, but I'm recommending this method more and more to the new clients that I have, because there are the perks of having the 3 colors, which covers you for in between seasons or seasonal changes. Now you still might have to shade up, meaning go a little darker, depending on your skin tone, depending how dark you get. I get super dark if I do not protect myself, and if I happen to just have a full summer of just lots of sun, lots of beach days, I will get super dark. I used to kid around when I was younger, back before I knew about damaging my skin, and that I would change races every summer. That is how dark I would get. People didn't know what I was. People still don't know what I am. I am Puerto Rican, by the way, in case you're wondering. Anyway, so those are some of the perks. And the other great perk is with your camo color, you're camouflaging the things first that you don't like, and then going over with your main color, blending it together. So I'm going to show you how this works. And here we go. So, depending on the brush that you have, I'm going to be starting with the 3D brush, and I'm probably going to change around. This is doable with your other brushes, but if you have questions, you can ask me. And you know what? You can always dot your colors on with your fingers as well. Okay, you can see I have a darker spot here. I do tend to have melasma around my mouth. I'm probably going to go lighter there though, because it does tend to bring darkness and shading around where I don't want it. I have another very large melasma splat. I'm sure you guys have seen it in videos or pictures. I don't always go insane trying to camouflage. It depends what kind of mood I'm in. It also gets darker the more sun that I get, no matter if I am wearing sunscreen, which is very frustrating. And those of you that might have maybe not as much of a large area, but other sun damage or melasma, you probably understand the frustration that it does get exacerbated with sun exposure. So you want to go with that. Your darkest color will be your camo color. So if you need to, get a new color for camouflaging, let's talk. Send me a new color match. I might have it on file, but your skin does change though season to season, so a new picture is better. So send me a really good selfie like you did the first time if you've already done that, and then we can reevaluate. So I'm just dotting, as I've said, these areas. Don't have a ton. There's a balance between camouflaging and then lightening and brightening. So I don't, even though I have some darkness here, I want to brighten that area versus camouflaging it first. Because the creams are so pigmented, they still do a really fantastic job of coverage. So it shouldn't be an issue for me to lighten those areas. But depending on what you have going on with your under eye, it could vary. If you have really, really dark circles or really dark bags, then we might have to play with it a little bit differently. Surprisingly, I feel like that might be it for my camo today. So what you want to do then is keep it clean washcloth around. I keep one just for my brushes. And you can also use your tile, although I tend to use my cleaning tile more for my eyeshadow colors. Okay, so now we want to take the pop color. So my colors, yours will be different to you, of course, because we customize your colors according to your color match. But I'm using today Goddess. This will be my camo color. And then I'm using Mango will be my main color. My pop color is going to be Aura. So I'm going to go now into the pop color. And you want to do this. We've talked about a lot, the triangle of light, focusing that light in that area because it draws attention towards your eyes. So you want up here, Cupid's bow, chin, and then the other area that's really good too, we've talked about nose contouring, but if you go and use your brightener down your nose, and now I am swiping this versus I always tell you guys to stipple. I'm kind of swiping the color in with this method depending on where I'm placing it. So this brightening, you want to go under inner corners, and you can already see how it's brightened that darkness I had in there. And then we're going to blend this out later. We're going to wait. The nice thing about leaving it is the warmth of your skin actually works even better with the creams because they'll blend out even nicer. So just let it sit there. Be patient. I know it's tempting to want to just blend it all out. Especially for me. I really like blending as I go. Okay. So that's pretty much going to cover. Maybe go a little higher for my brightening. Now I've already done my eye makeup, but you can also place your pop color just right underneath your brows. But remember, you have to stay really high, especially if you have issues with a hooded eye, or if you don't know what that is, when you have your eyes open and you don't see any lid, all you see, or the lower lid, all you see is the upper lid. That's a hooded lid. So if you bring your pop color or any highlight color or illuminator over that entire lid that you're seeing, it's going to draw more focus towards the lid and have it draw out, because the light colors draw out light and brightness, and it's pulling it forward. So you don't want to do that. So in your case, if you're having issues with hooded lids, you want to minimize that. So keep it really high. If you do accentuate any pop up in this area, and we can talk about how you can draw depth into this area that you want to camouflage. I hope that makes sense. Okay, excuse me. So that's my pop color. All right, so basically what you want to do is then go to your contour. You could start with the contour first. Some people do. For some reason, I don't know. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It tends to throw me off. So typical contour, as you have been taught, either from watching me or others, if this is your first time watching, then I'm just going to go over it the way I usually do. You want to just go right around your jawline. You can pull down your contour around the sides of your neck, and then just right past. You have a natural shadow here, so right past to draw attention from that double chin area that we all get. And then you can pull this down. Now you could also, I'm going to kind of skip ahead, but you could also take like a fluffier brush. You could do this with the brush and just pull it down all together. This will help tie in your neck to your face so we don't get that floating head syndrome like Sarah Martin likes to call it. She's the contoured chemist. She has awesome videos on YouTube. If you want to follow her, she has great tips. I've learned a lot from her. Okay, so let's go back to, I'm switching now to the buff brush. It's really dense and I like it for the contour, especially because the contour is a different texture. You really need to swipe this versus stippling in. It is a much thicker cream. So basically for your contour then, you want to kind of just go in this area and keep this, what is this? It's not a triangle. Well, I guess from here it's a triangle. You want to keep this area bright, and that's where we're putting that pop color. But everywhere else, you can pull this down. Now you can stay higher. I should probably actually stay a little higher because I don't have a large forehead at all. But it's really great if you have a larger forehead that you want to camouflage, and it just helps draw the focus away from your forehead and again towards the center of your face, towards your eyes. Okay, find your cheekbone. You want to just hug that right underneath. And you don't need a lot. This can go heavier or lighter depending on, you know, how much contouring or drama you'd like. This looks really dark and deep, but we're going to blend it out. And it's going to get rid of all those harsh lines. Okay. So the other thing, usually do my nose last. Actually, well, I'm going to do it last because of the blending. I know I'm going to end up kind of taking it away. Okay, so now your bridge color. So what does a bridge do? It just gets one thing from one end to the other. It ties it together. So your bridge color would be like what we'd call your main color. You're going to now place that on, which will be my mango, anywhere where you haven't done your camo, pop, or contour. And I'm just kind of dotting it around. A little bit up here, just to make my contour go a little higher because I do have a short forehead. I mean, I kind of think I've covered it all. Remember, less is more too. All right, and we're just gonna kind of not go too much in here, even though I camouflage just a little bit because of our cheek color. I'll do that last. You know what? I missed this area. So my main color. Okay. And you could do your cheek color at this time too. I prefer to do it last. And now we're going to just start blending it out. I prefer this fluffy end. And I'm going to just like swirl and tap, swirl and tap. Start with your lighter colors. Wait for your contouring. And this you can kind of swirl together with the contouring. Okay, and now I'm gonna oh, doggy alert. Sorry about that. Okay, so now we have this really nice coverage, but one layer. You don't have all these multiple layers on top. That's the beauty about Seint 3D foundation. And we can always go back and touch up if we feel like there's another area. Like I feel like maybe I'm gonna take my main color, drag it down a little bit, mist around my nose. I do tend to get redness. Most of us do. A lot of us will have redness or broken capillaries around our nose. Okay, now I'm going to go in and contour. So you could do this with the Multitasker. Whoop. This end is nice to swoop down. You can do this with the detail brush, which is really nice, and people really like that because of the shape. You just go right down. I have started doing it with my finger more and more, and I actually feel like I have a little more control. And with contouring your nose, you know, this is an option. My nose is a little wider, so I do prefer it. But the trick is you don't want your lines to be out. You want them to be close together to give you that illusion of it being narrow. If you put it too far wide, it's going to just make your nose wider, which defeats the whole purpose. I can go back to that pop color, maybe put a little more. That's why I should have done my nose last, but okay. Blend that out. As you can see, obviously I've done my eye makeup just to make it a little quicker. I can put down on the comments the colors if you're interested. And I did start using, I posted a video last week, the NYX, it's the white primer in the little pot. You dip your brush in here, do that first as your primer prior to putting your eye makeup. It's a little tacky. It helps your eye color grip on, as well as it gives it a true color, the true color that it is, being white, which I've had a lot of issues with because my lids are so dark, and I wanted to just have more of what the color I'm looking at my 10. I wanted it to be more of that color, and I can tell it does make a difference. I'm really loving it. I can put that in the comments as well. Okay, so I'm just missing cheek color. So I don't know, let's do Royal is a favorite. I always like to just kind of place my color and then blend it out. And I love, blend brush is one of my very favorite brushes. It's just very soft, very airy. The bristles are different, less dense. So it's just great for certain things, not everything. And I would definitely not ever recommend it, probably for a Non-Seint user, or for definitely not as your only brush. All right, I think that's it. We'll do a little rose gold perfume, number 4. You can just do your illuminator basically wherever you want. It's just a little pop of shimmer. Our illuminators, we do have the cream as well as the pearl. The pearls are much more shimmery, so depending on the look that you want to go for, the occasion. And I always forget to tell you guys, just for the sake of the videos, I do tend to prep my face first. So I did use my setting spray first. Actually, before that, sunscreen. Make sure you're using sunscreen, especially now with the warmer months. I am a high believer in vitamin D3 from the sunshine. I think we all need it, and I think we all need a little time without sunscreen. But our faces, this is a good one. This is Supergoop Unseen. I could recommend a couple others. You just want to remember, you want a physical sunscreen. You want it preferably oil-free, especially if that is an issue for you. And it needs to not be silicone-based. No silicone-based. That will kind of make your cream foundation slide off. So I did that. I also, after that, prior to my 3D foundation application, I did put some translucent powder. I like the Laura Mercier. I like Bare Minerals because I am oily. So it gives me a little extra barrier for oil protection, especially with the warmer months. Other than that, you saw everything that I did. And lastly, just set your face. Don't forget your magic Perfector Sponge. You could do this spray after setting with your sponge or before. I kind of go back and forth. This is that magic to that second skin feel and texture, as well as it pulls off any excess product. that's loose. Do it over your eye makeup. And I'm going to put some of that Royal as a lip color. And good to go. That's it. If you are new to Seint, you are new to my website, welcome members. We are getting new members almost every week now, so thank you for that. I'm excited about that. If you want to know more, let me know. If you have questions about 3D foundation and Seint Beauty, I'm happy to answer. The biggest benefit is so many benefits. The cream is beneficial for your skin on so many levels. It retains moisture on your skin. It's hydrating. Very often, most clients will report that their skin looks and feels better simply just from using Seint Cream foundation. It's not to replace skincare, of course. Proper skincare is the best thing to have a great canvas prior to having your makeup, but that's a benefit. And the other bigger benefit is you get a customizable compact. You get to put your products however you want to lay them out. You can switch them out, no waste, no money. You get to pick your tints and your eye colors. There's none of, having a palette with a bunch of colors you don't like. It's just fabulous. So if you want to know more, let me know. All right, have a great day. Enjoy the rest of this Memorial Day Monday, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.